guys doing today? I'm gonna start with the feminine reading. As always, I do this for the highest good, the highest healing of those who need to hear the messages the most. Take what resonates, leave what does not resonate. Do not force things to fit if you are not certain that it's true, because you'll stress yourself out. We all have masculine and feminine energy, so if I say he or she, just take it as it applies to, whatever your situation is. Yeah, I think that's everything. So there's a feminine energy here. Now, I don't know if you're going to be traveling. Some of you actually may be traveling overseas or going on vacation overseas. And I don't know if you're going with somebody or maybe you're going to meet somebody while you're there, but they're showing me like there's a lot of romance, a lot of romantic things happening there. So however it is, but there's going to be a lot of romantic feelings in this situation because it's been confirmed twice. Now, I don't know if you feel like this person plays games with you, or maybe it's like an in and out type of energy, like maybe they're there and then you don't hear from them, whatever your situation is here. But there's some type of energy of someone made a mistake. Maybe they cheated, or they were in and out, or they were with somebody else and now they want to be with you. Whatever it is, there are romantic feelings in this situation, but somebody made a mistake. Like I said, whether it's you or the other person. Now we have Leo energy coming out here. Okay, so whatever that is for you, there's something that needs to be released. Okay, so for some of you it might be the ego. Because I know when people hurt us or things happen to us, we have a tendency of holding on to it, and it's the ego that's like never gonna let it go, never wants to forgive. Sometimes you don't have to forgive. I recommend forgiving for your sake, because you don't want to have this energy, you don't want to walk around with this shit, so you have to let this go, okay? But whatever this is, you need to, because they're giving me like a lot of egotistical energy and a lot of like prideful energy here. So you or the other individual, one of you guys need to release this energy here. And it looks like someone may have actually maybe confessed this to you already, or they that's what needs to happen, is this needs to be confirmed. So there's some type of there's something here, like, again, somebody may have confessed that they had an affair or that they were in and out or whatever, and either you or the other individual or the third party was the Leo energy, the fire energy here. But whatever it is like someone's fully aware. So maybe you had feelings, or you knew about this before, or vice versa. But it's like you're figuring out who you are at this time, okay? So if you are dealing with stuff like this, maybe you're learning what your boundaries are, you're learning what you will and you won't tolerate. That's kind of, when situations like this happens, it just puts us in a place where we have to decide if, our self-love, our self-worth, like where exactly is that, and what will we accept, and at what point do we put our foot down and say, okay, enough is enough. And some of you, they're saying you're very talented. So if you feel like, there's something that you're trying to do, and for some of you, maybe you're trying to do it online and you feel like you're not good enough, they're saying that it's important for you to use your voice, okay? Because whatever skills you have, maybe you're a singer, maybe you're a speaker, whatever it is, it's important for you to use it and not just, basically not fuck around with it, because there's people that have talents and they don't use them, or they use them not in an appropriate manner. So that's what's coming out here. And there's somebody here that is, almost like they're more superficial. They rely more on the outside appearance as opposed to what's on the inside. And this person seems to like, they like drama. Like it's almost like a fucking magnet. Like if they go anywhere, it's like the drama just appears out of fucking nowhere. It's that type of energy. So you know, it's important for you to see if you're this person or you're not this person. See where you're at, because I always, like, the outside is going to get old and wrinkly. It's not always going to be beautiful. You know, what matters is the type of person you are. What kind of heart do you have? And that's what you want to work on. That's what you want to develop, is your character, not so much the outside. You know, it's nice to have it, but it's not, it shouldn't be the priority. It shouldn't be the only thing that matters. Okay? And if you're that person that likes drama and you like, I don't know, if people would be addicted to this shit, I don't understand. But if you know that you're that type of person that you like this shit, see what it is about the drama that excites you. Like, what is it that gets you like, oh yes, you know, that like you just got to be in the middle of shit all the time. You know, that gets stressful. I don't know who likes this, but that shit is stressful. Okay? But this, yeah, so they're saying that's like, those are things that need to be healed. And maybe this is something that started when you were a teenager, or maybe it was like when you were in school, you were always in the middle of situations, or things kind of presented themselves that way. But whatever it is, they're saying this is inner child healing that should take place in regards to that, okay? For some of you, maybe you lost your virginity when you were a teenager. But they're saying that it's important to help people right now, okay? Whatever it is, like I said, if you speak, then there's something that you have to offer. There's something that other people need to hear from you. But Spirit wants you to get it together and start basically helping humanity. Start doing things that are going to benefit other people besides yourself. Okay, now the situation with the flighty energy, the in and out, if you guys maybe started and it was more like a situationship, or it was more of a sexual connection that you guys had, they want you to keep an open mind about it. Don't immediately just close it off as it's always going to be a situationship, or this person's always going to be in and out type of energy, because like I said, you guys, I want to say both of you have romantic feelings towards each other, you know, and either you or them or both of you like really are almost ready to like take it to the next step. But it's important to keep an open mind about this, because somebody has a lot of anxiety in regards to taking it to another level, okay? And this could have to do with things from the past, things that they've already experienced, you know, and maybe the person they were with, maybe they did things to them that wasn't very nice, or they hurt them, they cheated on them, they lied to them. Whatever it is, it's like there's something about their ex that's still lingering in their energy now, okay? And that's what has them in this state of anxiety, okay? That's why they're not sure. But it's important to keep an open mind. So if it's not you, then it's the other individual that needs to keep an open mind about this. And I'm getting water signs, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy that's coming out here. And it's important for you to trust your emotions and go with the flow of things, okay? Because I feel like I say this shit every day. If you try to coerce things, if you try to sit there and make things go in a way that in your mind you feel this is how it needs to happen, like specifically to the T, then you're gonna fuck it up, okay? So just allow things to flow, all right? Don't be so much in your head. Kind of operate from how you actually feel, from your heart space, you know, what your intuition is telling you, like go with that, all right? And for some of you, maybe you guys are having dreams, or you're really like in an emotional place right now, and this person might be still emotional over what they went through with their ex, you know. So if they really did a number on them and they never healed it or found a way to get over it, that's probably what's keeping them from giving you an offer or actually moving forward with this, okay? Because they're showing me like somebody's settling, you know, and it's kind of either you're settling or they're settling, and somebody's just kind of like, well, this is what it is, and it's like they're accepting, like, this is how I feel about this is what it's going to be, and you know, that's what it is. So if this person is like, has been away from you, or you haven't talked to them, and maybe you're settling with that type of behavior, okay? So like I said, it's important to have your boundaries and what you will and won't accept at this point, because if you're going to allow somebody to keep coming in and out, then they're going to keep coming in and out. When you say, okay, enough's enough, it's either you're going to step up to the plate or you're going to leave me the fuck alone. Then it's a little bit more of, oh shit, you know, they got to decide what they're going to do, because now they know you're serious and you're not going to keep playing this game with them. Okay? So yeah, they're saying like it's a boundaries test, like your boundaries are being tested right now. Okay, so you know, people have different ways of testing you. You know, I always say, like, you'll never be more tested than by your kids. Like, your kids will test the fuck out of you, as opposed to a stranger, because you have different, you know, you won't accept as much. There's not the same type of love. But it's important for you to just kind of really look beyond what's happening. You know, if somebody is kind of pushing you and testing you to see where you're at in this, or see how you're feeling, you know, maybe they're trying to see if you really care. And if you haven't spoken to them, they're probably like, well, they don't really care because they haven't talked to me. And maybe, you know, maybe, but I see romantic feelings, so I'm not going to say yes, but you know how you feel. You know, for me personally, if somebody's going to tell me, I don't want to deal with you, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to do this, it only takes one time and I'm done talking to you. I'm not going to chase you, I'm not going to beg you, I'm not playing these games. You're an adult, I'm an adult. If you want to be with me, then you're going to say I want to be with you. If you want me to leave you the fuck alone, I will gladly leave you the fuck alone. So just make sure you mean what you say, because if you're dealing with somebody like me and you say something thinking, oh, they're going to come back, and then they don't, you're going to be like, fuck, I fucked up. So just mean what you say, okay? And follow through on your words. All right. And for some of you, you know, try to think outside of the box with whatever your dynamic is, whatever the situation is, because people think everything is black and white when it comes to relationships. Like, you know, you date, you move in, you get married, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's a certain way things have to happen. And things don't always happen that way. All right. And depending on whatever situation happened before, that it was like a one-time thing that somebody fucked up or whatever it was, you know, people sometimes choose a poor way of expressing things, especially if they're already hurt or they never learned how to properly deal with their pain in a healthy way. So if they lashed out, or they went and had an affair, or they did whatever it was that they did and it hurt you, you know, try to come from a place of understanding and see how your actions were towards that person at that moment in time, because maybe they weren't the best, you know. And if they were good, then again, it's not a you thing. It is things within them that are not resolved, that they are working through. So it's either you're going to be there and help them work through this and want the relationship and work it out, or you're not. You know, it's really, it's yes or no. You know, you don't really have to be like, maybe. You know if you want to be with somebody, regardless of whatever the fuck it is they did in your heart, you know, like, I still love this person and this is the person I want to spend my life with, in spite of all of the shit. You know, like, you have that feeling, as opposed to somebody hurt you and then you're like, I'm done. Like, that's it, I'm done. There's no more, there's no coming back. You know, you know where you stand on this. Okay, so just make sure that you're respecting yourself and you have boundaries, because they're showing there's going to be some type of there's going to be a transformation. So maybe if you guys haven't really been talking too much, maybe they're going to come back, like, you're going to start getting communication, because they're showing me like there's going to be a lot of communication happening. And I keep seeing butterflies, so maybe some of you guys are seeing butterflies, and that is the symbol, you know, it's a meaning of transformation. You know, for you it could just be a spirit animal for you. But, you know, if you're seeing the butterflies, pay attention, okay? But that's transformation that's coming in. And maybe sorry, when there's a bunch of stuff coming out, it's like I get tongue-tied because I want to say everything. Okay, so if there's gonna be fast communication for some of you. For others of you, maybe the situation was a little bit rushed, and somebody may have jumped to a conclusion or made assumptions that weren't maybe not 100% true or not very accurate. So it's important when you're dealing with people or you're meeting people, you know, don't judge somebody based on what other people say, okay? Because that is probably one of the worst things, because you don't know what they've been through with that individual. And maybe that person is upset or wants to date them and they won't date them. Like, there's a lot of things that people will say and do to keep you from being happy or being with another person, okay? So just make sure that you're taking the time to get to know people before you make a conclusion about them, okay? And don't go off of what everybody else is saying, because there's people I talk to that, to other people, they may have been the worst people in the world, but to me, I don't see that side. I see a different side of them, and they've never did me dirty, so I respect that. You know, for me, they're not like that. So I'm like, maybe something happened between them and that other person that caused that type of behavior. So just, you know, whatever it is, but there's something coming in here. Now, okay, there's, if you guys jumped into like just a physical relationship, like a sexual relationship, this isn't for everybody, but for those of you that are in like those situationships, this isn't, there's not mutual feelings here, okay, whatever it is. But there's, again, Capricorn energy coming out here, devil energy. So whatever it is, there's, one of you might have an addiction to sex. And I feel more, it's more like the masculine energy, and whatever it is, it's like there's a lot of passion, but it's like to push it forward, there's not enough there. And maybe you two, when you're together, you guys have, you know, you guys probably have really big arguments, or you guys butt heads a lot, you know, and it's like, maybe, like I said, it's more sexual than the talking part, okay? And it's not for everybody, that's just what's coming out here. But it looks like there is some type of offer, commitment, maybe even a proposal of engagement that's going to be coming up for you, because Spirit's saying that there is a contract that needs to be fulfilled. So if we go back with the in and out energy, the person that cheated, you know, maybe they have a problem and they haven't figured out why it is they feel that they need to cheat, or why they're always sleeping around with other people, okay? And that kind of keeps them in the in and out energy. And maybe it's because they were hurt before, because they, again, the past X energy is there, and that's what keeps them in that place of just like, fuck it, I'm never going to be faithful again, or everybody's the same type of energy, okay? And like I said, some of it may have happened when they were teenagers. They may have had early experiences with sex. So again, you know, take what messages resonate for you, but there's things, these things need to be released, okay? And there's a contract that's meant to be fulfilled with whoever this individual is. So you already know what it is, you know. And we have karma, you know, sometimes we have karma from past lives, we have karma from this lifetime. There's things that come up that need to be fulfilled, there's things that need to be settled. So it's again, yeah, they're saying that there's shadow work in regards to this relationship that needs to happen. So if this person has been avoiding it, or you've been avoiding it, you're basically stopping your own path, okay? You're stopping your own healing, you're stopping your own growth. Instead of allowing things to flow, you're trying to coerce it, or you're making it a more complicated path than it needs to be, okay? And somebody here maybe thought, okay, maybe somebody thought that they were going to have more than one chance, or they were going to have multiple chances, or maybe you gave them multiple chances and they fucked it up each and every time. But whatever it is, it's like maybe this person is working through that and understanding that when someone gives you an opportunity, that might be the only opportunity you're going to get. So respect the relationship, respect the person, respect the situation, whatever it is, because there's somebody that's in their feelings about this, okay? And like I said, there's shadow work that's being done that has to do with this situation. And you guys might be feeling drawn to something, you know. And like I said, if it's the that devil energy, you know, passion, desires, lust, fucking addictions, whatever it is, it's like there's something here that you're being drawn to. And for some of you, maybe you do need to stop with the drugs, the alcohol, whatever your addiction is. You kind of have to bring that back in moderation. But whatever it is that you feel like you're being called to, if it's this person, it might be a tempting offer, but don't be blind, okay? Don't go into it blindly. Like, go in fully aware as to what you're getting into and what you're doing, okay? Because it seems like somebody is, like, you guys, they're showing me some people, someone that's not talking right now. Like, you guys aren't together right now, or you're not talking right now. And maybe you're desiring to talk to them, or vice versa. And it's like there's, like I said, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of desire, there's romantic feelings, but whatever this is, they might not be upfront or as honest as you'd like them to be, okay? So however that's resonating for you. And for some of you, this person is an older individual, okay? Like older, like 50 type of older. You know, and again, take that how it resonates. You know, and maybe there's just a relative or someone you haven't reached out to that's at a distance, and maybe they're lonely and they just need some type of interaction with family. So, you know, if you haven't spoken to them, then reach out, okay? And if there's an older person that probably needs to start doing yoga. If you haven't done yoga or ever heard of yoga, you know, kind of start, because it's an easier exercise and it helps you stay in shape and healthy. Okay. Let me see. So this feminine energy, like I said, there's a lot of negative, like inner head, negative energy. So it's hard for you to be in your heart space when you're always in your mind space, because the mind space is always going to have you afraid of going forward, of doing what it is you want to do, because you're like, no, that's going to go bad. No, this is going to end like this. No, this is going to be terrible. You know, and if you were in this whatever this, because this situation seems like a mess, but whatever the situation is, you know, it might be like, it's the negativity. Maybe that's what it is. It's like, it's keeping things at bay because you have just this belief that they're never going to change, or they're always going to be the way they are, or it's always going to be in and out, you know, whatever it is. So even if they came with an offer, you're still kind of like, do I trust you? Is this a legitimate offer, or is there strings attached to this offer? Like, are you trying to gain something from this? Okay. So they want you to be open to spirit, okay, so that you can receive. You know, if you're always giving, it's time for you to allow yourself to receive, and vice versa. If you're the one that's always taking, okay, you have to have a balance of those. But they want you to just kind of observe the situation, okay, because when you observe, you notice a lot more, as opposed to when you're in the middle of it and you're talking and you're involved in everything. So step back out of this. Okay, and again, ask your spirits, ask your ancestors, ask your guides, ask whoever it is for help, okay? Whatever it is, you have to call them in, because if you don't call them in, it's hard for them to help you. You know, you have to ask them to intervene in your life, okay? But it's important for you to find balance, okay? And find that peace within yourself, because they're saying you have to respect you, which goes back to the test of boundaries. You know, it's, what are you going to let somebody do to you? Are you going to let people walk all over you? Are you going to let people use you? Are you going to let people continue to hurt your feelings? Are you going to let people leave you in a confused mind state? You know, you don't want to be confused. You don't want people playing games with you. You know, you have to know what's right for you. And if you don't feel like it's right for you, regardless of how much you love somebody, you need to let it go. You need to let it be what it is, because you're only going to hurt yourself, and it's going to make you feel worse. And each and every time they do this, you're going to feel worse and worse and worse, as opposed to just letting it go one time and being done with the situation. Virgo energy is coming up here. So some of you might feel like you're not good enough for this person, or you weren't good enough for this individual. And I always say, the things that happen, it's not about you. It's about that person and the things that they're doing and the way they learn how to deal with things, okay? And like I said, this energy still has their ex. Like, they have that energy lingering around them. And that's why they're still kind of like behaving the way they're behaving. Because if they were with somebody that allowed this behavior, or allowed them to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, they don't know how to deal with somebody that has boundaries and basically is commanding respect. Because it's like, if you're not going to respect me, then don't deal with me. Leave me alone, and you can go play these games with somebody else. Okay, so it's that type of energy. So understand that you are perfect the way you are. You are good enough. It's just this individual might not be able to see that, or doesn't know how to approach it. Okay, so you take that however that resonates for you, but don't compare yourself to other people, and don't feel like, oh well, you know, even if they went with somebody else, or they chose somebody else, whatever it was, again, that is a them thing. And be glad, because maybe it's not the best for you. Maybe there's somebody better for you, and you deserve better. You don't deserve the in and out energy. You deserve love. Okay, so this is the feminine reading. If you leave me here, thank you for watching. I love you guys. I'm gonna go ahead, I think I'm doing a masculine next, and I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day.